Cyber Essentials. Do you love it or hate it? Whatever you think of it, lots of businesses need to have it in order to secure new contracts, reduce their insurance premiums, or just feel more cyber secure. Well, in today's video, I'm going to share with you the 9 features of Microsoft 365 that, if configured correctly, can help your business achieve Cyber Essentials certification. How exciting! But before we start, just a quick intro as always. My name is Jonathan Edwards, also known as the Bearded 365 Guy. I help businesses all over the world with their Microsoft 365. You can find more information at bearded365guy.com. Now, here in the UK, my IT company completes about 2 Cyber Essentials certifications every week. My IT company is also certified to the Cyber Essentials Plus certification. So we really do eat our own dog food or drink our own champagne, whichever analogy you prefer. Now, I do honestly see value in the Cyber Essentials framework. I think it's an important step in every company's cyber journey. But I do have a lot of conversations with potential customers that go a little bit like this.
Jonathan, we need Cyber Essentials. I'm a bit concerned. I think I'm going to have to go out and buy lots of third-party security software. It's going to cost me a fortune.
Fred. Calm down, dear. Do you use Microsoft 365 Business Premium?
Yes, we do.
Good, I'm pleased. You've pretty much got everything you need. Oh, nice. So let's get started and let's begin talking about the 9 features of Microsoft 365 that can get you this Cyber Essentials certification. First up, the best way that you can set up your computers and your laptops within Microsoft 365 is to add them to Entra ID. Once you do this, these devices essentially become part of the Microsoft 365 network. Why is this important? Well, when you do that, it means that all your computer management is done within Microsoft 365. It means that people have to log onto their computers with a unique username and password. Sound a bit Billy Basic? Well, it is, but it's part of Cyber Essentials. Next up, it's something called Windows Hello for Business. So in my previous tip, we talked about usernames and passwords being managed in Microsoft 365, and that is a good first step. But we are heading towards a more secure future. We don't want to use passwords. So what is the option? Well, the option is using Windows Hello for Business on all your computers. This means that people won't log into their computers with a password, but instead they'll use a PIN. But more secure than that, a biometric like facial recognition. More so, if you configure multi-factor unlock using Windows Hello for Business, you will have the Cyber Essentials Assessor drooling at the mouth. Next up, Cyber Essentials really doesn't like people having full admin access to their computers. It means if they're hacked, the hacker also has full admin access and they can cause maximum damage. But sometimes admin access is needed by the IT department, maybe to install new software or change some settings. Well, let's use something called Labs. You can manage local admin passwords right within Microsoft 365, and you can have a setting that means they rotate and change periodically. This is a really secure feature. If you have this in place, your Cyber Essentials Assessor will be whistling walking down the corridor. The next feature of Microsoft 365 that can help you get your Cyber Essentials certification is Autopilot. Now, Cyber Essentials doesn't like old and outdated software installed on computers. This is where a feature called Autopilot comes in. You can create various Autopilot profiles, and you can essentially have a standard build in your business. It means that each computer and laptop only has the software installed that people need in order to do the jobs. Cyber Essentials loves that kind of stuff. Okay, on to the next feature. We talked previously about having the right software on your computers, but do you know something? There's a big problem with software. It becomes outdated. And when it becomes outdated, it's not very secure anymore. So what you need to do in your business is make sure that every bit of software on every computer is kept up to date. Otherwise, the Cyber Essentials Assessor will be very cross with you. You'll be pleased to know that there's a couple of features in Microsoft 365 that can help you. The first one is called Update Rings, and you can configure these to make sure that every computer is fully up to date with Windows updates and drivers. Now, the second way to keep all your computers up to date is by using the built-in Microsoft 365 Vulnerability Management Platform. Microsoft 365 will keep checking all of the computers in your business, and it will report any vulnerabilities to your IT team. Your IT team can just go into the portal and remediate those vulnerabilities. How good is that? On to my next feature. Now, Cyber Essentials demands that every computer and laptop has some anti-malware software installed and working correctly, and also a software firewall. Now, I see lots of businesses going out and spending lots of money on different third-party security products. Please don't do that. Your Microsoft 365 Business Premium license includes top security tools called Defender for Endpoint. You can go into your Microsoft 365 portal and easily create antivirus and firewall policies that adhere to the Cyber Essentials scheme. Easy peasy. Now on to my next feature. Now, Cyber Essentials likes to see a few individual computer settings in place. For example, that your screens lock after a period of inactivity. And also something called auto run is disabled for security reasons. But how do you make sure that every computer in your business has these individual settings applied? Do you kind of walk around them all and configure them? No, don't be daft. You use configuration profiles in Intune, of course. You can easily build out these profiles right within Intune in Microsoft 365, and you can apply them easily to all the computers in your business. Easy. And the final feature of Microsoft 365 that could help your Cyber Essentials dream become a reality. We all use cloud services, like Microsoft 365, for example, but we need to make sure these are kept secure. And the number one way to do that, you've guessed it, multi-factor authentication. Now, Microsoft are ahead of the game when it comes to multi-factor authentication, but you have to make sure that everything is configured correctly. You should be aiming for something called phish-resistant MFA, and within Microsoft 365, you can achieve this with something called passkeys. Now, MFA isn't always equal. You shouldn't be using text messages or voice calls. Although it's better than nothing, it's still not as secure as you can be. So there you have it. 9 features of Microsoft 365 that, if configured correctly, can help your business achieve Cyber Essentials. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Look forward to seeing you again soon.